Okay, River City News fans, we are back live on the pursuit of the Goble goats that escaped the running of the goats, and I'm joined now by Gus Wolf of the Covington Farmers Market and the owner of the Goble goats. Gus, what's going on? We're right now on Western Avenue, north of DeVue Park. What's up?
That's correct. You said where we are. We've got the goats in the woods here. We've got the trailer and the police on the way.
You take your coffee.
I got to take this.
Go right
coffee.
ahead.
Hey, Paul.
Gus Wolf. He is.
Are you with him?
He's got the food bucket. He was banging it, trying to get these goats to come back.
Just hold tight there.
He'll give us more information after this phone call. There are guys all over DeVue Park looking for about 5 or 6 goats that escaped the running of the goats near the Kenton County Administration Building and made their way west along the flood wall and have since headed in to DeVue Park. Where they are in DeVue Park, I'm not yet sure. I'm hoping to get more information from Gus. Where are they in the park?
Okay, so we're on wherever we are, Western Avenue. They're somewhere right in the woods here. And actually, if we took better care of our woods, we'd be able to find these goats a lot easier if we had them fenced in and maintained, but that's beside the point. So we're looking. We've got people up there. The main thing is we're keeping them off the roads. We want to keep people safe. We want to keep goats safe. But, so hopefully we'll get them in soon.
No injuries to the goats yet? Nothing bad?
No injuries to the goats and the people, but we're searching right now. And
search party has shown up. You're live on the River City News. You're looking for goats. Have you seen
some
them?
Ropes? Sure,
beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful.
See, and
this is community.
This is the beauty of this. It's community coming together to accomplish a task and keep goats safe.
Gus, tell us what the food bucket does.
Nothing right now.
Okay.
Initially, the food bucket was going to keep them, calm and following us, but as soon as they broke out, they don't want food.
I saw your arms thrown up when they dipped out, as if you knew something bad had happened.
Well, the idea was to use people to work together to do something, and unfortunately, not everybody works with animals all the time.
Right. So there was a lot of volunteers.
There was a lot of volunteers, and we were trying to involve people doing different things, and it didn't work out the way we had planned.
Let's just point out that the Covington police have now closed Western Avenue. Gus, you go do what you need to do. We'll follow you. The police have now closed Western Avenue. They've brought the goat cart cage. I don't know. I'm a city boy. It's on the back of a pickup truck in hopes of returning the goats to that vehicle. But right now, the Covington police have shut down westbound Western Avenue so that this goat vehicle can make its way where it needs to go. We're going to follow Gus Wolf this way, though, because if the goats are found, he's the guy who's going to know. So, again, you are watching the River City News Facebook live stream. Originally, we had planned to broadcast the running of the goats, but instead, 5 or 6 of them escaped. They ran west on the flood wall and have since made their way to DeVue Park. And we stand north of DeVue Park right now, waiting for any sign of finding these guys. So stay with us. We're going to follow Gus Wolf as he pursues them.
I don't know.
Okay. The Covington police have now reopened Western Avenue. But this is a huge search for these goats. As the police are involved, the farmers are involved, the community is involved, kids are involved. We are walking up Western Avenue. This is toward DeVue Park, outside the old Willie's. If you look east, you can see how far these goats went. I'm going to follow Gus up this hill. Be careful, there may be some very dangerous items on the ground. Always got to be Sally's safety. Okay, I'm going to take this one. We are now in somebody's backyard, but we're going to be going into the woods, it looks like, looking for these goats. So stay tuned, follow us into there. As long as the phone works, we're going to broadcast. They're making noises, trying to get the goats' attention. Oh God, look at these weeds. Okay, So now we're under the UFO house. Look at that. We are underneath the famous Covington UFO house, looking for the famous global goats of Covington. What a day this has become. Okay, so back into the poison ivy forest we go. Oh dear. Where'd the boy go? Wasn't there a boy? Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay. Stay with us. Be careful, I'm flinging back a lot of branches. I'm a little bigger than you. Okay? Sorry about that. Again, if you're watching and you see me, please don't call. It interrupts the broadcast. Okay? Do not call. I'll get to you when we can, and we'll talk about it. But in the meantime, please stop calling. Chuck Eilerman, stop calling. Okay, we've got another gentleman here. You can see he's looking.
What we need, do you want me to go up there and try to... It's up there. Let me go, I'll go coordinate that. You just keep them there.
Have they been spotted?
They're right there. Don't you see?
Where?
They're right there in front of the plane.
Oh, we've got them. Oh, I see them. Look. Folks, I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try to get in a position. I do not want to scare the goats, though. So I'm going to try to stay out of the professionals' way because I'm utterly useless in this situation. But I don't know if you can see where I have the camera currently. But what I want you to know is I see 5 goats huddled together in the trees. They look okay. They look like they may be ready to surrender, which would be very helpful. Gus Wolf is urging us to just stay where we are, and so that's what we're going to do. Again, these are the 5 global goats. If you're just joining us on the River City News Facebook live stream, these 5 goats escaped the running of the goats as soon as the gates opened to begin the parade. They made their way west, first north on the suspension bridge, west down the steps to River Center Boulevard. They stayed together the whole time, these goats. They entered the River Center parking garage. They headed west and exited on the other side into Madison Avenue. And from there, they took the flood wall all the way past the Clay Wade Bailey Bridge, all the way past the Holiday Inn and the Hampton Inn and the liquor stores, all the way past the Brent Spence Bridge. And they started to make their way up this hill off Highway Avenue, off Western Avenue. And they are in the lower hills of DeVue Park currently. And we are watching the goats now as the rescue effort begins. We saw earlier that the vehicle that transports these goats is in the vicinity. The police are in the vicinity. All the hands are on deck to retrieve these goats. We do not have any word whether the actual running of the goats will take place. So if you are watching this outside of the Kenton County Administration Building or Goebel Park, waiting to find out if this parade is going to happen, I don't have the answer to that question yet.
Don't forget to send them to the Global Goats Facebook page.
You got to plug in there for the Global Goats Facebook page. You can also follow them on Twitter at The Global Goats. These are animals that were permitted by city ordinance to exist in the city in 2015. They spent their first summer in Goebel Park, trimming the weeds, eating the grass, and attracting all kinds of families there as part of the rejuvenation of that once neglected park, which is now a treasure for local families. And this is to be their second year. But owner Gus Wolf thought something special should take place to welcome them back to their summer home. They spend the winters at his farm, I believe in Carroll County. And a parade was planned. He called it the Running of the Goats. But I don't think they had in mind that the Running of the Goats would include fleeing from the scene and heading all the way to DeVue Park, which is the incorrect park for the goats. But they are here stalled, huddled together in some forest. In the lower part of DeVue Park, we are close to the intersection of Highway and Western Avenues in West Covington, or Botany Hills if you prefer. We are surrounded by honeysuckle and fallen trees. It's very cloudy. We're hoping that the rain, if there is to be any, will hold off so that it is a dry rescue and it doesn't get slippery for those who will be making the perilous trek to wrangle 5 goats who wanted nothing to do with the parade today. These goats are extremely popular. They've been sponsored. They've been featured at events at other venues like Braxton Brewing Company. I'm going to try to get closer because I know you folks want to see them. But now that I see them kind of moving, maybe I'll hold off. Okay, so one of the goats is moving. I don't know if this is the leader. I don't know how the democracy works in goat land. Okay, we're seeing movement. There is movement for the goats. They've heard something. They appear to be startled. Okay, so just very light movement from the goats. They've not made any major bolts. I can now see the shadows of other people making their way from all sides of these goats. River City News fans, all I can say is let's just hope the goats don't make their way towards my camera, because I won't be able to do anything. I will be of no assistance in the wrangling of the goats. Hey kids, how long have you guys been pursuing these guys?
We've been just running around for an hour.
A whole hour. Yeah. Do you think they're going to get them okay?
I hope.
Yeah. Have you spent some time with the goats before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spend time with them at home.
Yeah. Gus is your dad, right? Yeah.
And, I'm one of the people, or my dad sponsors one of them, and so we see them at Global Park.
What do you think the goats are trying to do right now?
Run away.
Yeah, they want to get free?
Run away.
Do they run away from you on the farm?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. It sounds like a rescue attempt's about to be made.
yeah, I hope so.
Okay. I don't know if you can see them, folks. I'm going to try not to make too much noise here. But those are the Goebel goats in the hills. They're so quiet. I'm sure they're terrified. They're very sweet animals when you get the chance to feed them and interact with them close up, but of course, in those circumstances, they're caged. Just stay with us, folks. We'll wait for some type of alert about what is about to take place in terms of retrieving these goats and putting them back in the vehicle and getting them to Goebel Park. And as soon as we know what the plan is for that, we will let you know. Okay, I'm hearing some type of metal, and it sounds as if the vehicle has been opened, is what that sounded like to me. I can't confirm that. It sounds like they've lowered the back door.
I need you to take these, go stand on the street, and then go get them to your dad and tell him you need the building keys. Lauren's gonna be coming up to get these, to move the truck and lock up the door.
Are they about to make a go for it? Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out. Folks, that's what they're about to do. Folks, we're going to stream as long as we can, as long as my phone stays alive. We've had a full charge. We had anticipated streaming the parade of goats. We brought Cam Miller, filmmaker, to shoot it as well so that we could have a nice video.
Where is this? Which road?
Just go up the hill.
Okay, you're going to go up the hill with the keys. Make sure she's okay. I think Facebook lets us stream for about an hour before they make us stop and start again. So again, barring any interruptions, we will continue to stay live as long as I can and watch this rescue attempt take place. I'm hoping that you can see the goats. Oh, they're looking at us, so I don't want to move any further. I don't want to scare the goats, but you can see.
There's mine.
What's your goat's name?
Nola.
Nola? Is that named for New Orleans?
Yeah, because my dad's company is called Orleans Development.
Oh, you're Tony
so-
Cruikshance's kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's my landlord. I live in one of his buildings. How about that?
yeah.
Tony Cruikshance, I've kept your kids safe, so I'd like $100 off my rent this month. Okay, the girl's returning. Hopefully she'll have some information for us about what she saw up there. What's your name?
Will,
Will. What's your name? Will and Ayla. Ayla, what's going on in the street?
They have the trailer. They're trying to get the goats back in.
Okay, so the trailer's open. How many people are up there?
There's a couple of
Are the police up there?
I think so.
We've got movement. The goats are moving. The goats are moving. We have breaking news. The goats are moving in a line. They're moving very slowly and with caution. I'm not sure what they're intending to do. We're going to stay still because I don't want to spur them to move any faster or further. I apologize for any bad shots right now. We're just going to... Okay, they are definitely going to make a move for it, but where they're headed, we don't know. Kids, I want you to make sure that you follow the gentleman over there so that we stay with an adult, okay? Okay, the goats have moved about 10 feet up the hill, but they are still grouped together. A person is over there on the other side wrangling them. They're in a very tight huddle right now. But there are people, it appears, somewhat surrounding them, if I can get a feel for where everyone is in the bushes here. So if they're trying to avoid people, they might have a hard time, and hopefully at this point, they're pretty well surrounded and contained. The vehicle is probably, I see it moving, so it's getting even closer. It's going to end up being about 20 feet away. There is a person about 10 feet behind the goats. The goats now sense the person. They're moving a little faster through the woods. Okay, they're moving now back to where they were when we first saw them here. They've not made a lot of ground in this last attempt to escape, but now they have found a bit of an opening. But again, that is the direction in which the vehicle is on the street. Okay, we're hearing a little bit of yelling up there as if there's directing of the vehicle. Boy, if they were just as easy to grab as a cat, well, not a cat, but your little dog or something, they could be put right in the vehicle. But these are different animals. But they are very close to the vehicle on the other side of these trees. Again, you're watching the River City News Facebook live stream of the running of the goats. Not exactly the running of the goats we had anticipated. The goats escaped their handlers outside the Kenton County Administration Building at the southern end of the Roebling Suspension Bridge and made their way, this has to be about a mile, I'm not good with distance, but it has to be about a mile west to the lower foothills of Devou Park. They see me and they don't look pleased. Yeah, I'll stay back. That's not a problem. Okay, again, it sounds like the goats are surrounded here in the hills of Devou Park. We are near the intersection of Western and Highway Avenues in West Covington. Hundreds and hundreds of people were set to watch these goats make their way from the farmers market on 3rd Street near the County Administration Building to Goebel Park in Mainstrasse Village. And the goats are moving again.
Here, you guys go to the right one.
come back over here behind me. Because the goats are probably going to make a run for it. I think the rescue attempt is about to take place. The goats are corralled in the bushes. I'm starting to feel a little bit of rain coming down as well, just in time for this. Could not be a worse time for rain to be added to this problem. But we now have rain on top of the goats. There are some people making their way in. I see one of the rocket flies over there. A lot of people, I hear, at least 6 people. I don't know what the plan is. The goats don't know what the plan is. They are watching just as intently as any of us about what the next move might be.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay.
People are being told to stay.
If that's the layer,
You can see that there are people now making their way from this side of the bushes. You've got a few people that are appearing. Okay, there's something that's about to be said. Hang on. Here are the goats. There are the rescuers. There are a lot of people apparently up there. I've just overheard. The Weckman twins are here. We are all going to participate in this line now. Let's listen, kids. We've got the Weckman here from Otto's. Oh man, this is the most Covington thing that's ever happened. Okay, so the plan appears to be to push the goats toward the street because there are people up there. What they don't want is for them to go sideways. So, oh, here they go, and that's exactly what they're doing. The goats have exited the woods down a path. I don't know where they're going. I'm going to follow some of the rescuers to see the best place to go. Stay with us. This is not an easy path to traverse. You are watching the live rescue of the Goble goats that escaped the running of the goats and are now in the lower foothills of the Vu Park. Kids trying to push them toward the vehicle, which is in the direction. Oh, there they are. Sorry, guys. Here they are. Here they are. Here they are.
Good deal.
Okay.
Hey, listen. Grab their horns and hold tight. Oh, yeah. Come
Grab
on.
their horns. I'm not grabbing any horns. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Oh dear God. We've got them loose again. Grab a horn. We've got one. One is rescued.
Grab a horn, they won't hurt you.
Okay. One has been found. One is caught. One goat is caught.
Okay, Sonny, you want to put her through here? Put her through here.
Okay, we've got one goat back. You are live on the River City News Facebook stream. Four of these goats have made their way back down the hill. We'll try to find out where they might have gone, because the worst that could happen is for them to make their way back to the street where there might be vehicles.
Did you see somebody run down this way?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see the goat?
All the goats headed in this direction that you're headed now. We've got one down. Okay. I don't envision this going well, but as expected. Okay. Okay. All right. You want to go first? You're smaller. I don't want to hit you with any branches.
All right.
Okay. We are still in pursuit of the goats. 4 of them were loose last we saw. Hopefully someone was able to retrieve 1 or 2 of them. Unbelievable. An unbelievable sight. Okay. Nothing? This is the house that we followed up. So the fence might have stopped. There's a fence here that may have guided the goats down this way. Oh God. Look at this. Ah. Okay. Stay with us. You are live on the River City News Facebook stream in what appears to be an abandoned plot of land that I'm just walking around. We're going to get back out onto Western Avenue, it looks like, and see what happened when 4 of the goats ran off. Oh. Ow. What do we got?
We got 1, and then they took off over
By Willie's? So 4 of them. We're live on River City News Facebook page. Paul Weckman, where did they go?
They're over by the former Cork and Bottle.
Okay, we'll head that way.
Oh, good.
Thanks, buddy. That was Paul Weckman, owner of Autos and Frida. His family, very instrumental in resurrecting Goebel Park, where these goats spend their summer. Let's hope that I don't get run over. We were back on Western Avenue. We were in the parking lot of the old Willie's, which is next to the old Cork and Bottle. And apparently this is where the goats were last seen. No word if the goats had anything to do with whatever the hell this is. But it's not uncommon to see an abandoned BMW crashed in the parking lot here, because that's just how we roll. What's going on there? Jefferson County plates. Some Louisvillian was up here acting out. I'm not going to run so as to keep the stream as steady as possible, and it doesn't look like it would make much difference anyway. Okay, now we've got kids running, so I might need to pick up the pace a little bit. We don't want to miss where they might have gone. If they've headed up Western Avenue, they'll find themselves in the Lewisburg neighborhood, which is much more densely populated than the woods from which they were just chased. So that can be good, that could be bad. Perhaps more bodies will get involved. If you live on Western Avenue and you are watching, perhaps stand outside. And if you spot the goats, please let us know. Okay, we now have people on Crescent Avenue. The police are here. There are people on Crescent Avenue chasing after the goats. Just gonna make sure we're still broadcasting. Again, I'm going to broadcast as long as my phone allows me to. The goats had to have... Okay, there go the police. There go the police. They're headed down Western Avenue. Excuse me, I keep saying Western Avenue. That's not Western Avenue. More police. Okay, we're going to head in that direction. Looks like the police are stopping traffic here. on Crescent. We were at 5th and Crescent to the entrance of the interstate, and incidentally, just on the other side of the fence of Goble Park, where these goats were to be taken through a very well planned parade that did not go as planned. We have some activity here around that cabin. Stay tuned, we're going to find out what's going on. All the other TV stations are here now, but only River City News was with you in the woods, buddies. Oh, here go the kids booking it down Crescent. There goes the goat vehicle.
Well, two went this way and two went up this way.
So, right now, well, I'm being barked at by a dog. And we are in Crescent. People are so spread out. I think I overheard that the goats may have split up in pairs. So, we have two possibly heading south on this street. And it's possible that a couple others may have gone up into the woods again. I'm hoping to confirm those details. The goat vehicle went this way, straight ahead. There goes a van with its door open. There's police. Man, I hope they've got them up here. Again, if you're just joining us, we are in pursuit of the Goble goats, at least five of which, escaped the running of the goats near the Kenton County Administration Building on 3rd Street. They made their way all the way west along the flood wall to the Voot Park, just the lower hills of the Voot Park, near the intersection of Western and Highway Avenues. Yeah, I'll definitely hop in. Tony Kruscantz of Orleans Development, a major redeveloper of downtown Covington, is on the pursuit. Okay.
Hop in, our kids are running after.
Awesome. I was in the woods with one of your kids. Awesome, this is great. Okay, we're in the Orleans Development Mobile. I'm in the car with the Kruscantz.
Hello.
And what was the last sighting of the things?
We just saw them. We just saw them up by that spaceship. You know
Yeah,
that
we were underneath the spaceship. They got one of them up there.
Yeah, we saw that, and then now the kids are all running this way after.
Oh, Lord.
Which way did they
That
go?
one they caught didn't get loose again, did it?
No, they put that in the...
Three.
Yeah.
Three are caught.
Three, yep.
Folks, you just heard we may have 3 goats now captured,
Where did they go?
which means at least 2 are still on the run. We are in the Lewisburg neighborhood.
Where did they all go? Hold on, I can track my kids by their phone.
You want to ask these people? Yeah. They're having a cigarette and a Mountain Dew.
Just
They may have
track them
seen
on your
something.
phone, we
Hold
might
on, I
have to
can
go.
find my kids because I can find them because they're ahead of us.
You're tracking your kids on the phone?
My kids have their phones in their pockets, and so
That's amazing.
that's how we find.
Look at that.
That's how we found.
Boy.
Which way, Dinky?
Oh my God, is Will under the
Anyone
interstate?
Well,
What's the red dot? Us?
The red dot is us, and that's Jack and Will.
Okay, yep. Then they're this way,
okay.
under the interstate. So,
Just some Barack Obama drone crap we're doing in this car right now, looking for these kids and these goats.
and there's Gus.
Okay,
And
there's
the
Gus.
trailer.
The trailer? Okay, so we're now under the interstate on 9th Street, near Main Strasse Village, and you know the great irony is that we are now outside of Goble Park. where these goats were supposed to be.
They're finding their way, aren't they?
During the run.
Oh my gosh.
I think we're getting very close
Will
to
is in between the
a relatively happy
Makes
ending
me
here.
nervous.
Where
We
is
may
he?
not get the parade,
They're with a group.
but
He's
I
with
think
a pack of kids.
I think we're going to get all the goats wrangled safely, because you can see, look, that is Goble Park. This is their homeland. This is where they spend the summer. In beautiful Goble Park. This is Kenny Shields Park portion of Goble Park. The basketball hoops and the WCVX radio tower. It's a.
I don't know. Will's apparently in between.
This
Maybe
is
they're
an
in Goble
area.
Park.
This is an area that these goats
No,
know.
they're not. They're.
And if they're here, perhaps our work is done.
I don't think they're here. Where are they?
Well, our
Head back to
kids-
where the trailer is.
Our kids are just over there.
So they're back on Crescent.
Can you update their location?
I don't know. Let me see. Let's see.
Does that refresh?
Right now we're looking for
Assuming
the
our
Cruz
kids are
Chance's
good.
kids.
Well, they're with Adam and Rowan and a couple of other kids.
I want to reiterate that 5 goats had escaped. It sounds like 3 have been caught again. I don't have confirmation. I saw with my own eyes one. One was grabbed by the
They're all in
horns.
these woods again. They're right here.
Okay,
See?
so if you can see, we're
Here's
approaching
the corral too.
the van and the goat vehicle.
I'll pull over here and let's go.
Yeah, there's a lot of chaos at this point with the trucks.
Okay, let's stop here.
Okay, we're gonna stop here.
Keep this huge.
I'm gonna find out what's happening. Stay with us. I'm gonna stay as long as the phone lets me and as long as Facebook allows me to. Please stay tuned.
I'm like this.
Everyone who was on this pursuit is... Look at me, I'm trapped in the damn car. Help! How do I get out of here? They've got this thing child-proofed. Okay, you're going to watch a journalist climb from the back seat to the front seat of a car because I can't get out of it. It's left me in it. So, hold on. Oh, dear. These are some overprotective parents, that's all I'm saying. You had me child-proofed in the back, man. It's all right.
There are 3 in the trailer.
3 are caught then. That's what Tony Cruz Chance has confirmed. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at these goats. Are they in here? Okay.
Okay, so we're going in.
Good luck.
Okay. Look at them. 3 goats are back in the trailer. So glad to see you guys safe. And now there's an opening in the fence, and perhaps that's where the goats have headed. The 2 remaining. We've got a light drizzle, nothing serious.
We'll see if we can get around with it. There's a fence. I think they're probably watching the interstate.
Okay.
We're going to go just try to...
Yeah, we don't want to get them on the highway.
That would be the bad.
That's the worst that could happen.
They're not that much further ahead of us. At least the kids aren't here.
We're watching this coverage, by the way.
Oh yeah?
She's
Good.
watching right now.
Awesome.
Hi.
I think everyone's watching.
I think Jamie's...
Okay, so
Jamie was
let me give you an
up
update on where we stand currently, okay? It all started at around 1:15, where 5 goats escaped the running of the goats event that was scheduled to take place this afternoon. They fled the Kenton County Administration Building, and they headed west along the flood wall all the way past the Brent Spence Bridge, and they made their way into the lower foothills of the Vu Park. From there, 1 was captured. 4 others took off and headed along Crescent Avenue. They split up on Crescent, and that's where 2 more goats were captured. So we now have 3 goats that are back in the trailer, and 2 more are still in the loose. We don't want to be too light about the situation now because I don't think anyone has seen these remaining 2 goats, okay? So we're near the interstate. You have no idea what these goats are going to do. If you see anything that we're not reporting, send us a message. Let us know. Text me. Don't call. Call interrupts the live feeds. Don't call. But text, email, Facebook, whatever you need to do There are others monitoring our Facebook feed to get any information. If you see these goats, please let us know. And again, I'm going to keep streaming this live until my phone dies or until Facebook tells me I've gone too long. If Facebook shuts me off, we'll restart when they allow us to. I think they give us an hour. I don't even know how long this has been. It's my first time live streaming. Our original plan today was to live stream the running of the goats. Richard Hunt at Roebling Point Books and Coffee had this great bicycle built for two. I was going to ride on the bike, and we were going to stream this parade. We've got breaking coverage. We've spotted the goats. We are on 9th Street outside Main Strasse in the Lewisburg neighborhood near Goebel Park. Okay. Stay with us. We're on Baker Street in Lewisburg, and they are headed into a backyard. We are still looking for 2 more goats. That's what I heard. What did you hear?
I don't know. I just saw this one.
There's one?
Yeah. There's a white goat back here.
Okay. 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 Hold the gate. We have
Can you get out that way?
one more goat. Oh, don't let him get over that fence.
Oh, man.
That's Paul Weckman of Autos and Frida. Oh, don't let him get over the fence.
All right.
Gotta block him. Does Gus Wolf know? Can somebody?
Is this the only place that he can get out right now?
Yes.
Yeah. This is it.
Hey!
Grab his horns.
Okay.
One more people.
Then what?
There's
Joe?
more
What are you
people
gonna
coming to
do?
help. Oh, nice.
They've got
He's done that before. We've got a goat back here. One goat trapped in the backyard. Here it comes again. Oh.
Hey, you're okay.
You're okay.
Oh man. Oh wow. They should be able to grab him by the horns is the procedure.
That'd be great though. If
Would
he
it
could
work?
help.
Does he have a collar
Well,
on?
then if they could get him, because they could wrap around his neck.
I don't know if that's-
You got him.
Got him. He got him.
Goat wrangling.
Oh wow. Okay, so we now need to get to the vehicle.
Now he's very.
So we can walk in. Should we just wait?
They're on the run.
I'll go get my van. All right.
So is that the last one?
Okay,
We
we
got
just
one.
caught another one.
You have to
I don't know what the status is of the 5th goat. We have 4 goats confirmed captured. 3 of them are back in the vehicle. One is here in the backyard of a house on Baker Street in Lewisburg, near Goebel Park, where these goats were supposed to go to begin with. Stay tuned. This is crazy. Look at this.
Hey, who called the Marines? Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, bud? How you doing?
Look at that. Heroes. Heroes.
Are you live streaming this?
This is live streamed on Facebook the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
The whole time. How about that?
All right.
So that's 4?
Got one left.
One left. Where is it? Where's the last scene?
I don't know.
Which one are you? Are you Rowan? Are you Kyle? Are you Keith? Adam.
Guff.
Yeah.
That's the only one I seen running this way.
We captured 3 more. Well, I shouldn't say we, but 3 have been captured previously. So there's 4 in there. One's still So. Yes.
So is he down at the park?
I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Does anybody know where the 4th one is? The 5th one?
I saw one like turn down that street.
We are live on the River City News Facebook stream. We have a lot of viewers right now who are happy to know that 4 of the 5 goats that escaped the running of the goats earlier this afternoon near the Kenton County Administration building have been caught again, and they're back inside this vehicle.
So is that all of them?
Have they caught the 5th? Or are we looking for it?
Did you guys put the one in there that's all the way down
One
there?
in my van?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's one in your van.
There is a goat in the van?
Yeah, there's one in our van.
So were there 6 on the loose?
No, yeah, that's 4. And there's 5 on the list.
5 on the loose.
So this is the 5th one in your van?
No, this is the 4th in our van.
There were 3 in the van. Okay.
So the 4th, 3 in
Hold
there.
on.
There's 4 in there.
There's 4 in that vehicle.
Oh.
So that's all of them.
Grandma?
Is that all?
Well, let's confirm that they've got the other goat.
That's the last thing we need.
It is possible. It sounds like all of the goats may be caught again. Are we going to Goebel Park? Is this the plan?
That would have been bad.
Where's your van, Paul? All right. How about those guys, man?
Dad, don't you have to go get your van?
Just rustling up some goats on a Saturday afternoon in the city, you know? It's Covington. What are you going to do, you know? You walk in the woods, you run through abandoned liquor stores, you see a beat-up BMW in a parking lot, you end up in Lewisburg, you get a goat by the horn. All right, so we're approaching a van, and that last goat may be inside. Let's confirm. I feel like Geraldo, but let's hope there's something in there. Oh no, it is a Geraldo moment.
No, how many are there total?
Okay.
We've only got 4 then.
We've caught 4
Who said
goats.
there was one in my van?
We were told that there was one in a van here. That is apparently not accurate. So we may still be looking for one. We're going to try to find out some more information. Paul's on the phone with somebody who may know something, and I will relay that information to you as soon as possible. Again, you're watching the River City News live stream on Facebook. We are going after what was originally 5 goats that had escaped the running of the goats and made their way all the way across the riverfront into the lower hills of the View Park near Highway Avenue and Western Avenue. 4 of these goats have been caught. The last one that was captured was here on Baker Street in Lewisburg, where we currently stand. There may still be 1 goat on the loose, and we are looking for that information now.
Still missing 2.
So 6 goats got loose originally.
7 total. All right, Gus.
Wow. You know, at the
There were
beginning...
7 goats total, 5 got loose.
Okay.
And we've got 5 right now.
5 have been captured?
3 have been captured, 2 we still have.
Hold on, let's back up and do some math here, Paul, because I'm wildly confused. Now, in the goat vehicle where we just were, there were 4 goats in there.
There's 4 goats.
In
They're
that
picking
vehicle.
1 more right now is 5.
So that's 5 goats that they
So
caught.
they're missing 2.
7 goats were loose originally from the original fleeing.
That's what I understand.
Okay, so we're going to try to nail that.
I came onto the scene late.
I know you did.
I'm a
I know
responder.
you did. I've been running. I took off with the goats when they left originally.
Pelini might know in the trailer.
Okay, that's what we want to find out how many goats there are. I've been saying 5 this whole time. That's how many I saw together. So let's see what we got.
How many you got?
We've got 4. There's 1 in your van.
There's not 1 in my van.
Oh, they told me to go to 804 Crescent. Is this Crescent?
Yes.
They got 1 in the yard up there.
How many were gone? How many total are missing? We don't know.
I think there's 2 still missing after we pick up this one.
Okay, so we don't want to. Well, there's a couple of kids in there. Okay. It's getting a little hairier. It's. You got it. Thank you for that. All right. Man, he's not happy to see us. Jesus. Okay. So we're on Crescent, I think. And hang on, guys, my pants are sagging. I've got to fix this.
Can we give you a ride somewhere? You're in the middle of nowhere. Here, pull past.
Where are the goats?
You're still running after them.
Okay. Hold on, guys. We may be back in the Cruise Chance vehicle. We'll find out what the deal is. Hold on. Well,
Here, you can get here. I'll go sit
okay,
back.
that's fine.
Fancy.
But what is your plan?
We were going to take the kids to Goebel Park, but we can drop you off somewhere.
Well, I don't know where to be dropped off. Do we know where they're looking for?
Up at the top here.
Okay, that's where the group is, because I might need to stay in that direction in case
That's
they catch.
probably where. I'll drop you up there.
Okay,
It's all
cool.
right.
Let's go that way.
Howdy, close the back. With the button, please.
Okay, kids, I don't mean to be a tattletale on your parents, but you know they're following you on your phones, right?
Yeah.
Like, they know where you are at
can't
all
do it.
times. Earlier in here, they knew exactly where you were.
Close the back? Yeah. You put the corn part.
There's Paul.
There you go. It's closed.
He's trying to get up your
Sorry.
hill. That's just Paul Leckman.
All right.
No big
Okay.
deal. Top of the hill.
We're turning around.
Yeah.
Up top.
Where's the next?
Okay, if you're staying with us, it's Michael Monks from the River City News. I'm back in the Cruise Chance vehicle. We are with the Cruise Chance family. My landlord, he says he's giving me $100 off my rent this month because I've been so good
100
at
per goat.
documenting. That's free then. I pay about that much. We're gonna head back up. Is this Crescent? Is this where we're Crescent?
This is Crescent.
So we're heading back up north on Crescent Hill here. This is the numbers of the goats got a little mixed up, it sounded like. I know there are 4 in the goat vehicle. But originally I thought we were only looking for 5.
No,
which,
I don't think. I mean, you
by
didn't
my
even
count,
get
meant that
home.
there
You're
was
with us
one more goat still on the
Count
loose.
that you helped save a guy.
It sounds like at some point there may have been upwards of 7 goats on the loose.
Yeah, there's a goat caught.
But that's not confirmed. We're hoping to get some more concrete numbers on how many goats we have left. But here's a crew of people, police and all. Do we have an injury?
I think we'll drop you here.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he was
okay.
the guy who we helped.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Bye, Cruise Chance family.
Bye.
I totally broke my water heater in the apartment. I hope he lets me go. You have an injury.
Two's got a scratch.
From the goats?
No, I dove for a goat and my leg slammed up against a piece of concrete.
How bad is it?
Can you get it on video?
Okay, so this is a live Facebook stream, so we don't want to show blood, but I may look at it privately later.
One, the upper gash is about like 3 inches long and 1 inch wide, and it's like flapped open. And then there's a lower gash that's like 1 inch long and 1 inch wide.
You seem to be in good spirits about it all.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Owen.
Where do you live?
Independence.
Independence?
Yeah, I'm a goat farmer. We heard about, my parents have raised goats for like 25 years, so we heard about the goats running around, and we were like, well, we know how to deal with goats, so we came to help. And we found them, and we cornered them up over a couple streets over. And then some ran down the hill, and they ran up the street past Willie's old sports bar. So I sprinted down that way, and we found them. They came down this street, darted up the hill. I sprinted up the hill to catch them. Went along Wright Street for a while. Got to where, like, near the Vu Park area, and they went back down. Followed them down and started sprinting up the street. And they came right through here and down into that yard and got cornered, and I cornered them down there. And so I corralled everyone over here. And, like, so I chased them around down there, tried to catch them, couldn't get them. They came through those backyards. We got them cornered back in here, got everyone over here. And we got, like, probably 15 people down in there trying to get them. We had them cornered down there.
How many?
2 goats.
Okay.
We had 2 goats cornered down there. And so we had everyone, like, slowly closing in. My dad got one of the goats. He's over there, Tony Powell.
Okay.
And then the other goat dove past me. I dove for it. And I scooped my leg.
Okay, well, you seem to be in good spirits
Yes.
about it, so that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you for your help. Sounds like you were a bit of a hero here.
Not all heroes wear capes.
That's very clever. That's very clever. So we've got 1 injury, 2 more goats on the loose.
Yes.
How many are in the vehicle?
5.
So 7 goats. Okay, so now I think we've got some math that we can work with here.
2 goats are missing.
It sounds like it was 7 goats that broke free from the original location outside the Kent County Administration Building on 3rd Street in Covington, and 5 of them have been captured. 2 remain on the loose. We are on the 800 block of Crescent Street here in Covington, and this is where everyone seems to be convened at this point as we stand underneath a light rainfall now coming down. A full team effort here in the Cove this afternoon as the famed Gobel Goats made their way from the running of the goats and turned into a chase of the goats all afternoon. Let's listen in.
So you guys found 3.
So we found 3.
Still
we're
missing 2. Okay.
Hey, Gus. We still got 2 on the loose
We
then.
got 2 on the loose. Yep, we're gonna find them down. This is we're gonna find them.
Where were they last seen?
This is?
Right around here somewhere.
Crescent.
In the
Right
woods.
around here
They were in the
somewhere.
woods.
In the woods.
In the woods.
Okay.
Are we near DeVue Park?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're on Crescent Avenue near DeVue Park.
Let me just point out, that's Channel 9. They don't even know what street this is. They don't know what park it is. That's why you watch River City News.
That's my son, Owen. Are you guys? Yeah. We were selling
Look at this. The fire department is here now. We've got the Covington Fire Department is now here. This is a full-on rescue effort now for the 2 remaining goats who fled the running of the goats earlier today. Again, I'm going to stay live as long as my phone allows me, as long as Facebook allows me. If it's a time issue with Facebook and they make us stop streaming, I'll restart as soon as they allow me again. So thank you for following the River City News today. We've got 2 more goats who are still on the loose, which means that 7 had originally vanished from the scene. We now have the whole crew of people that have been in pursuit of this goat all afternoon, of these goats all afternoon. I believe they may be somewhere in this direction.
Yeah, I heard it was a trail. It's supposed to be a trail that leads from here up.
So why is he heading up the hill? Is that where he thinks they are?
Barefoot? Come on. I can't do it barefoot.
All the Covington police, if you see any goats, we'll come get them.
There's a lady in the red
That's true.
Jeep. Does anyone know the lady in the
I
red
think that's
Jeep?
what we're waiting on
She
right
went up
now.
the hill to look for them. I think she might know something. The lady in the red Jeep.
The mysterious lady in the red Jeep may have the details, the key to the goat rescue. So it's these woods behind me here on Crescent where they believe the goats may have run off. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. I think I'm getting close to the hour, and it's about an hour that they give us. So hold on. The EMTs are here treating that gentleman who, Owen from Independence. I don't want to get too close because it did sound a little gruesome.
So this is beyond.
Yeah, we don't.
Right there.
Actually, I wish we could. Should be doing that.
Thanks,
But,
guys.
Okay. Just in case I get cut off here in a minute. Owen's injury is significant enough where I think they're going to transport him because he needs to be stitched up. So this may be an okay place if the stream stops. We'll update you on his condition and on the search for the remaining 2 goats that are out there somewhere. So stay tuned. Hey Jimmy, what's going on, man? We are live on the River City News Facebook page. What can you tell us?
I don't know. We're out here seeing if the ambulance needs any help chasing goats.
Well,
Fixing people.
Yeah, we've got a person down. So far, only 1 injury, which is pretty remarkable. What has the scanner been like today? Any interesting goat traffic?
Just a little. This
Yeah.
one said that they were still looking for goats and someone got injured. So we
Okay.
figured we'd come up here and didn't know where they were at in the terrain.
Okay. Now, what are your procedures today? You guys brought a couple of trucks and an ambulance.
Yeah.
Well, you can get gas.
Do you have any goat training?
Nope.
What about the woods? Do you know these woods at all? You're a West Covington hood rat, aren't you?
Right around these a little bit when I was a kid.
Okay, so where do you think they might have gone if they headed up that direction?
They can get to DeVue Park if they keep going.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Well, you know, they were in the early foothills of DeVue over by Western Avenue and Highway Avenue. They didn't go too far. And I don't know what caused them to stop, but maybe they want to give up soon.
Yeah. Go without a fight.
Is this the most Covington day that has ever been?
It ranks up there.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is one for the record books.
This is what the game plan is.
All right.
Ambulance 2 is clear to approach. So 5 total goats into that. Go after escaping us, and now we're looking for
7
them.
total.
We had 7 total. 2 of them we were able to get back in the trailer right away. 5 of them were on the loose for a while. We've got 3 of those 5 back now, and we're looking for the other 2. The good news is they've gone up the hill towards the park, so away from traffic.
Tell us where we are exactly.
I don't know where we are.
Crescent Avenue.
We're on Crescent Avenue. Yeah.
Crescent Avenue near DeVue Park.
Cincinnati Media.
Yep.
We're on Western
Western Avenue.
Crescent.
Okay. So we're on Western Avenue near DeVue Park. And the other 3 goats are found in the woods, right?
Exactly. The other 3 goats were found in the woods and in back yards. And through this process, what I've learned is we've got a lot of mismanaged and overgrown woods that would be perfect habitat for goat both.
You got a lot of volunteers here helping you out. How does that make you feel?
You know what? It's a lot of fun to see. This isn't exactly how I wanted to see it go, but it's pretty neat to see like literally hundreds of people coming together to help us here. And that was the idea, but not quite like this.
Has this ever happened before to you?
I've never tried this before, so I don't want to say we're never going to do it again, but we may do it a little bit different next year.
Our reporter is going to put the story together. Is there a cell phone that we can call you at just for an update later today?
Yeah, my cell phone is.
All right, so that was Gus Wolf being interviewed by WCPO. He said that he doesn't know whether this will happen again next year, but if it does, it will be handled a little bit differently. I would imagine that to be the case. Again, if you're just joining us, you're watching the River City News Facebook live stream of the escaped goats from this year's running of the goats. 7 goats broke free, with hundreds of people standing by to watch this unique first-time event. The goats were to make their way from the farmers market on 3rd Street to their summer home in Global Park, but those plans came to a crashing halt when 7 of them bolted and headed west along the riverfront all the way to Global Park, and now we find ourselves still in that vicinity, waiting for 2 more goats to be rescued. Owen from Independence is now getting a picture taken. He is the only casualty so far of this pursuit. He's now. What'd they tell you about your injury, Owen?
It's gonna need stitches. It's definitely gonna need stitches.
Oh,
it's
man.
not a clean cut at all.
Oh, Lord.
It's tested against old junk and concrete, so it's not. It's pretty gnarly.
So are you gonna have to go to the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay. You're the only casualty of the Great Goat Escape. Your thoughts?
It's kind of cool. I mean, I would have rather not been a casualty, but
It's okay.
it makes the story a little better.
You were the last person to see the 2 goats that took off, right?
What?
You saw the 2 goats take off. Those
Yeah,
are the
I
last
saw
2
them
that we're
take
looking
off,
for.
Went up the hill and I followed them up the hill.
Okay. So there's Owen. 2 more goats on the loose. 1 man down. And a whole crew of people here. Police, fire, volunteers, farmers, community residents, curiosity seekers, looking for 2 remaining goats that escaped earlier, the running of the goats. And we now wait to see the fate of the 2 goats that are left. Looks like we're still live. So again, we're going to stay live as long as my phone holds up. And as long as Facebook allows me to stay live, that's what we're going to do. You followed us all the way from the flood wall toward the liquor stores, into the woods at the Vu Park, and now here we are on the west side of town, seeking 2 more goats. This scene appears to be breaking up. The goat vehicle has taken off. Maybe they're just moving out of the way of the emergency vehicles. The ambulance is going to depart, it looks like. We'll just observe for a while and try to stay out of everyone's way and see what to expect next.
I'll be in touch. Thanks for everything, buddy. It's 5:04.
The goats are up here. We'll go visit with the. That's what you want to see anyway, right? Is some happy, healthy goats. That's what the day was about. Seeing these wonderful goats in their 2nd summer in Mainstrasse Village. An unfortunate turn. Hopefully one that we can laugh about for a long time. But that would require us finding these last 2 goats. Right now we're going to walk up and take a peek in the vehicle and check on the well-being of the 5 goats that have been returned to safety. So there goes Covington Fire Department, who responded to that foot gash. See you, Jimmy! This is the goat vehicle. You can see the goats resting. There's 5 in there. 5 goats in there. 2 more on the loose. Let's take a look from the other side. There's one on this side that you can't see. Let the fire truck go by. And we'll take a peek in here at the other goats that made their way around town for a little adventure today. And they seem quite tired, but happy to be safe. I'm sure they were scared. While the Goebel goats have been immensely popular in our community, I don't think they'd ever seen a crowd quite like the one that assembled outside of the Kenton County Administration Building on Saturday afternoon. Easily 200, maybe 300 people were outside waiting, with kids and families waiting for this parade of goats that was originally scheduled to go west on 3rd, south on Madison, west on Pike, north on Russell, west on 6th, all the way to Goebel Park. Well, we've almost made it to Goebel Park, but it was a much more circuitous route than we had originally anticipated. I believe there were about a baker's dozen goats originally to be part of this, so the other 5 or 6 back at the ranch are probably anxiously awaiting the fate of their comrades here. So hopefully we can return with good news for those. So I'm getting alert that I've got about 15% of battery left. Again, I'm going to stay live as long as my phone lets me, and we'll watch the River City News live stream as long as I can give you updates.
Can I get you my favorite box?
No problem. What do we got?
I need to run. I've got a. You know where we started over there by the farmer's market?
Yeah.
I need you to run this key to. There's a white 550 flatbed over there. There's a girl over there.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Laura.
Well, not my wife, but another one will.
Yeah.
Let me call her real fast.
Yeah, tell her I'm on my way.
Are you now? You're obviously professional, right? You're just freelance. I got my wife.
The scene's kind of breaking up. I'm going to find out what they plan to do in terms of corralling those remaining 2 goats. I'll probably need to stop the stream because the phone's going to die. And I will make sure to update the Facebook page as soon as possible. So stay with us again. I'll broadcast as long as possible. But we're waiting to find out what the plan is for 2 more missing goats. We've got 2 goats that are still on the loose. I'm Michael Monk from the River City News. I thank you so much for following this crazy tale here at RCN, Northern Kentucky's news leader, even when it requires me to run in the woods after farm animals. So let's see what's up. Did you guys see the goats today? You didn't see any goats
Just
at all?
rolled up when all the excitement was going on.
Okay. What's the last you heard? That 2 ran up these hills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You've not seen anybody else head up that way?
No.
All right.
The 2 guys that were chasing them before ran up there, but who knows what happened to them.
Okay, okay.
In search right now.
Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll stop the live stream because I think the excitement's kind of worn off. As soon as I know more about the fate of the 2 goats, we will update you here. If possible, we'll go live again and bring you the latest. So let's just let's hang tight. Stay with the RCN Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter at the RC News on there, and we will update both platforms as soon as possible, as soon as we know more. I'm Michael Monks reporting live from Covington's West Side.